Hello everyone and welcome to PadhaiX. In this video, we'll solve NCERT Class 11 Physics question number 3.11 from the chapter Motion in a Plane.
Let's read the situation carefully. A passenger arrives in a new town and wants to travel from the railway station to a hotel. The hotel is actually just 10 kilometers away from the station along a straight road. However, instead of taking the shortest route, a dishonest cab driver chooses a much longer path. He drives the passenger along a 23-kilometer route and finally reaches the hotel in 28 minutes. Now, the question asks us to calculate the average speed of the taxi and the magnitude of its average velocity. Finally, we have to check whether these two quantities are equal or not. This question is a great example of the difference between distance and displacement. So let's solve it step by step.
Here, we have a passenger, Divya, who has just arrived at a new town. She wants to travel from the station to a hotel, which is 10 kilometers away in a straight line. But then, a dishonest cabman takes her along a circuitous path instead of taking the direct route. And the total distance traveled by the taxi is 23 kilometers. The taxi reaches the hotel in 28 minutes. So, the question asks us to find two things. First, the average speed of the taxi, and second, the magnitude of its average velocity. Let's see whether these two quantities are equal or not. Now, let's calculate the average speed. We know that average speed equals total distance traveled divided by total time taken. The taxi traveled 23 kilometers in 28 minutes. Converting 28 minutes into hours, 28 minutes is equal to 28 by 60 hours. So average speed equals 23 divided by 28 by 60, which can be simplified as 23 multiplied by 60 divided by 28. This gives us approximately 49.3 kilometers per hour. Now, let's find the magnitude of average velocity. Remember, velocity depends on displacement, not the actual path traveled. The displacement from the station to the hotel is 10 kilometers. So, magnitude of average velocity equals displacement divided by total time taken. That is, 10 divided by 28 by 60, which can be simplified as 10 multiplied by 60 divided by 28. And this gives us approximately 21.4 kilometers per hour. So, average speed is 49.3 kilometers per hour, while the magnitude of average velocity is only 21.4 kilometers per hour. Therefore, no, they are not equal. The reason is simple. Speed depends on the actual distance traveled, while velocity depends on displacement. And because the cabman took a longer, circuitous route, the distance traveled is greater than the displacement. And with that, we have successfully solved NCERT Class 11 Physics question 3.11. See you in the next question, question 3.12.